21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
We believe is how powerful higher education is in changing people's lives each and every day. That's what we do, and that's what we're excited about. My name is John Frost. I'm the Vice President of Enrollment Management and Marketing here at Doane University in Crete, Nebraska. I've been in higher education a little under 20 years, so I've been able to work in a lot of different capacities, from community colleges, from private universities and public universities. I get the great fortune of serving people to allow them to hopefully accomplish their educational dreams so they can make their personal dreams a reality. What we do is what politicians, kings, and queens promise to do. We change lives each and every day. Here at Doane University, we have the great fortune of serving our community through undergraduate programs, graduate programs, and also Open Learning Academy. We have so many different opportunities for folks to, if they're looking to enhance their entrepreneurship mindset of their brand through education, we have something that's there for them. You can start when you come straight out of high school as an 18-year-old that's trying to figure out, what is it that I want to major in? What do I want to do for the rest of my life? That's where you can start with the undergraduate programs. We have about 35 different programs. You can find out more about that information through online or in-person classes. At the same time, we have graduate programs that folks can look into for those adult learners who already have a bachelor's degree. They're looking to get a master's or doctorate. We have those type of opportunities as well. The last thing that I mentioned is our Open Learning Academy. That is for students that are looking to go into a particular medical field or healthcare field, and they may need additional credits, or if they feel like, hey, you know what, I just need to take a class because I didn't do good at it at one other point. Open Learning Academy is for those students that may be attending another school, but they can come to Doane University to accomplish those goals. We all know one of the most powerful places on the planet is a classroom. Because that's what provokes academic curiosity. That's what provokes discussion. That's where people get to challenge themselves intellectually, understanding bias, privilege, all those different types of things. So here at Doane University, we look forward to provide an opportunity for people who have that entrepreneurship mindset to help to build and create their own brands and also enhance their natural talent to skills. For example, there are so many people who have a lot of ideas, who have a lot of plans. But the thing is, they don't know how to go through and execute those plans through the fundamentals. And so that's what we do here at Doane University. So, of course, there's a lot of things on YouTube and things of that nature. But what we want to do with a degree, and you looking into a degree, is teach you those fundamentals, not just to have some success, but be as successful as possible. And so that's how you get to start here at Doane. So you like to take those ideas and take those natural talents and try to figure out, how do I make this into a realistic plan? How do I enhance those talents into a skill? That's where we start. That's what we get to do. We do that by, obviously, through academic curiosity, academic curriculum, but also it's not necessarily just what you learn in the classroom. It's also the experiences that you have outside of the classroom, which allows you to, I always say, a classroom or a college campus is one of those places where you get to interact with a lot of people from a lot of different areas, from people that may be from your hometown, but also people that you maybe didn't even know they had a town that exists, right? So those are the type of things that a college campus provides. Not only do you understand the academics, but also you understand the social impact that you can make with your skills and talents and also with your plans. Once you understand the fundamentals of a particular program, I think the most important thing is also the application of what you learn. So being able to take that to the next level through internships and career planning. That's one of the things here at Doane University we do a really great job of. We don't wait for students until their senior or junior year to have the opportunity of application. We start some of that stuff in that freshman year or sophomore year. Why is that important? Well, it's important because even though sometimes people may have a curiosity of what they think the program that they're interested in, for instance, I'll give you an example. There's a lot of people who may think they want to be a nurse, right? But the first question you should ask anybody if they want to be a nurse is, are you afraid of blood? Do you mind helping people? Do you mind being hands-on? If they say no to that, then maybe a nurse is maybe not a good fit for them. So then the next question is, but tell me more about why do you want to be a nurse? In most cases, people are going to say, well, I want to help people. I want to make a difference in my community. And with Doane, that's what we do. We're not order takers, we're dream makers. And the way we allow you to create that dream is by allowing you to kind of vet out that idea of what you think you want to do to make sure that's what you want to do by providing those internships, career planning opportunities, and also making sure that you have that real world application to make sure that you can use that understanding of the fundamentals that you run in your program in real world setting. I look at myself as a higher education advocate. Even though I would love for a lot of people to attend the university that I serve, at the end of the day, I don't want people to lose the faith or the focus of how important it is to invest in higher education. My goal is to always provide information with inspiration. Because with the times that we're in right now, there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of fear. But I know, and I've seen it firsthand throughout my years in higher education, how one class can change somebody's life, how one class can give somebody some confidence, how one class has changed communities and societies and changed the dynamic of not only the community that that individual serve, but also the region, the state, the country. And hopefully what I would like to be able to do is help be a positive impact on changing the world through education and understanding. I think at the end of the day, the one thing to your question is the one thing that I think that we're doing is making sure that higher education is for everybody. It's not something that we're limiting for people. So that's the thing that we're doing. Sometimes there's financial concerns, sometimes there's time commitment concerns, but our job is not to necessarily say no. It's just to figure out a different way. And so that's what we're trying to do. And that's what I would say is something that we're here for all students, not just for any particular students. So from local students to state students to international students, we're here to serve those students. And a lot of times here in the States, as you know, sometimes students believe they have to be the smartest student in the world, or the smartest student in their class, or be really gifted academically or athletically, or from a performing arts. We just want you to be curious, and we can find a way for you. The three characteristics that I would say, and I always have said this just in natural presentations or when I talk to um, people who are curious about school, the first question I always ask them is, what is this worth? Right? What is this worth to you? What is it worth? Meaning, what type of commitment are you willing to make? Because if you're not ready to make a commitment, nothing's going to happen, and nothing's going to happen to your best ability. So I always want to understand, what is this worth to you? I mean, are you just curious? Are you just looking at it? Are you really serious about this? And then the other question I always say to people is, how are you going to do this? How's this going to work? So that's going to support the commitment. How are you going to do this? How's it going to work? And then the other thing is, are you willing to be a hero? Are you willing to be a hero? Because here's the thing about dreams, and here's the things about success, here's the things about accomplishments. It ain't easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of follow through, right? So if you're just going to give up as soon as it gets hard, then I don't know if you understand what it's worth. And if you're just going to give up because it's difficult, you may not understand how it's going to work, and then you're not willing to be a hero. But once you understand what it's worth, if you understand how it's going to work, if you understand if you're willing to be a hero, then the last question is, can you say yes to it? Can you say yes? Can you follow through with this? Are you willing to say yes every day? Are you willing to say yes when you have to go to a class and it's really cold outside and it's 8 o'clock in the morning? Are you willing to say yes and maybe you're having some family difficulties and things are going on? Are you still willing to say yes when it's very easy to say no? Because when you're able to do that, and if you take a look at what I just said, what is it worth? W. H, how, hero. Why, yes. Then you'll understand your why. So if you bring that all together, I always ask people, what is your why? What is your why? Because if you understand your why, then you can figure out the can. We would love for you to learn more information about Doane University. Please go to our website at www.doane.edu to apply and also to find out more information. But we would love for you to start the conversation with you if you want to do what we call a request for more information or application. That'll get the ball rolling for you to learn about all the great things that we have here at Doane University.
21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
Imagine a space where triumphs, trials, and tales of entrepreneurship come alive. Welcome to the 21st Century Entrepreneurship Podcast, a gold awarded journey hosted by Martin Piskarik, connecting with listeners in 95 countries and ranking in the top 0.5% of all podcasts. Join our exclusive community, elevate your perspective, and embark on the path to success.